So check it out. What do you know? You never know who you're gonna see here at Fit Body in Burbank, Illinois. Noel Brue surprised us. Well, she gave us a heads up a while back, but we're glad to see her here today on a Monday. It's a good way to start off the week. Noel, what made you decide to come down here today?
Well, I just wanted to live with my buddy Kaylin, and I wanted to see the gym. You know, it's nice to connect with other competitors and like-minded people in the Midwest area, and we've got some good gyms going in Milwaukee with my gym.
Yeah.
Here in Burbank, right?
Right,
Burbank, Illinois.
Yeah, not for bonus, Burbank.
Yeah, I said it right.
You got your own studio, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Talk about your own studio and what you do for about 30 seconds.
All right, so I own the Body Boutique in Brookfield, Wisconsin. So we do personal training, we do boot camps, I do competition prep for women, for physique, figure, bikini. We teach women how to lift weights effectively for their body to help bring in weight loss and create a healthy lifestyle routine. We're passionate about that and passionate about nutrition.
Okay, now it's hard to keep clients motivated. When you're working with the general population, it's hard to keep them motivated for more than a few weeks at a time. Competitors, they'll do anything you tell them. They'll eat whatever you tell them to eat and do whatever you tell them to do. And competitors pretty much stay on track. I tend to focus on the general population because that's who needs us most. I think it's the job of every fitness professional out there to better your community, to give better health to your community, not to compete with the gyms in your area, but to work with the gyms in your area, because 86% of all people don't even ever go to a fitness center because they're too intimidated.
Right.
Okay, what would you say to somebody, being a trainer yourself full time, what would you say to those who want to lose weight, would love to lose weight, would like to do it, but they just don't want to step foot in the gym to actually do it? What do you tell people like that?
Well, I tell them, you know, every expert was once a beginner and you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's important to get into the gym and work with somebody who understands the body and how it works and science and how to incorporate that into nutrition and, you know, break down your long-term goal.
Yeah.
You know, you may have a goal to lose 50 pounds, but what can you do this week? You know, it's just about this week, this day, and set a goal for that week and do your best to do it. And then those short little term goals in the week will add up to your long-term goal. Consistency is key. So find a family, a tribe, people that are like-minded, and you know, do your best every day.
Yeah, but you gotta walk through the gym doors. Even if you're by yourself, not everybody is fortunate enough to have a support system. Your friends and family might even be against you at first. You might be on your own. You gotta have the courage to step foot into a gym by yourself. And we're not asking you to climb Mount Everest. Just walk into a local fitness center, open to the public, and jump on a treadmill a few times a week. Now, what kind of clients do you typically attract? Do you like to work with the general population, or do you deal with mainly competitors?
Well, it's a little bit of a mix because I have a couple trainers at my gym who do work with, you know, the everyday woman coming in to lose weight or what was working isn't working anymore, and nutrition. So we have that at our gym as well. And then me personally, I like to work with the athletes and people who are going into competing. Doesn't say that I won't work with a beginner because I believe that a solid foundation is key to success. So learning the basics and then working up from there. So, and everybody's individual, so we can create an individual customized program, nothing cookie cutter. It's all for you, your body, your lifestyle.
Yeah, that's tough for a lot of people to follow, because a lot of people can follow it Monday through Friday, but then on the weekends they get off track. And if you have a bad weekend, it's gonna set you back an entire week. And when you get back on track again, it's the weekend time again. So it's like it's a vicious cycle people get caught up in, and it's really hard for them to really, because there's always something every single weekend. There's a sporting event or a birthday party or a holiday or somebody's in town or something's going on every single weekend, and the general population typically have a hard time sticking with it 7 days a week. But every single day their weight is something they fight with, they struggle with. They still gotta lose the weight somehow, some way, but they also wanna have fun on the weekends too. So what do you tell the general population when they're living that kind of lifestyle and they just can't keep the calories the same every day? What do you do? Watch your portion sizes, avoid fried foods. What kind of things do you tell them to do?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to avoid, you know, the crap. So
the
like
obvious stuff.
Carbonated drinks,
You know, the obvious
refined
stuff.
sugars. Alcohol really needs to be limited, and processed food. I mean, it is hard, but you have to make a choice.
And stick to it.
Yeah, and stick to it. And there's no magic pill or magic trick.
No.
It's just making that conscious decision every day to make good choices. And yeah, so if you're gonna go out to dinner, I would say look at the menu in advance. You know, you can get chicken everywhere. You can get salmon pretty much everywhere. You can get vegetables. Stay away from the bread. Drink water, and you know, make those smarter decisions with your fish, your poultries, and vegetables.
Yeah, every drive-thru in the world has a chicken sandwich. So even if you don't have any meals prepared ahead of time, you can still go through a drive-thru and get a chicken sandwich and eat the bun. You gotta have some carbs. Now, some people might be listening to us and be like, oh, but I love to eat. I love my pizza. I love my drinks. And they're talking about how everything's in moderation. Well, everything's in moderation. It's okay. Well, most people's idea of moderation is once a week. And for a lot of people, once a week is too much. For some people, everything in moderation might even be once a day. To me, real true moderation might mean at least once every 2 weeks, but once, twice a month. If everything's once a week, that's not moderation, because right when weight loss is starting, you're giving yourself a setback. So everything in moderation doesn't mean 1 week, does it? Or when people say, oh, you can just have one piece of pizza, what do you tell people like that?
Well, I would tell people you can't have one piece of pizza, and food is family, and food is friends, and food is love, and good food doesn't have to be bad. So if you want to have pizza, make it at home with your family, and use things like tortillas for a crust. You can use the Fit and Active.
Yeah.
What are those called?
They get the idea.
Yeah, the flatbreads, things like that. Look for there's different.
Make it yourself.
Yes, fresh ingredients. So, like you can use arugula on there for greens. You can use small amounts of mozzarella, like portion sizes. As far as I do believe in when you're doing things like a cheese or something that's higher in fat, that you need to weigh those things out. And I just think it's getting into that habit and challenging yourself to do that and use fresh ingredients. Go to the farmer's market, bring your kids, have them shop the vegetables, and sit down and talk about your day and eat with a conscious mind of, this is what I'm putting in my mouth, this is what I'm having.
Yeah.
And I think you'll be satisfied, and I think you'll find that you can cook things just as great with your family and friends and have an amazing time. You don't always have to go out, so find other ways to connect.
Yeah, and I don't want to go too long with this video. I don't want you to lose your pump because we've got a workout to get to. But it's not every day we get to talk to Noel Brue. She's a top women's physique pro. So Noel Brue is in the house today. So let's get a couple more questions out of her. Now I know most people love going out to eat. They love going to restaurants. But say you go to TGI Fridays and get a chicken fettuccine Alfredo with no sauce. Well, you're saving yourself like 70 grams of fat. If you get it with the sauce on it, well, that's 70 grams more fat you're taking in. And most people are like, oh, without the sauce, but it's no fun without the sauce. If you want to go out to eat with your family and have a good time and lose weight, you simply got to say no sauce to the waiter, because if you don't, you're sure it's going to be fun when you're eating for 20 minutes there, but you're not going to lose that weight. But if you say no sauce, you're more likely to lose that weight. But some people are like, well, but it's no fun to have no sauce. What do you say to that? I mean, that's general population right there. This is everyday struggles for me.
Sure.
This is what I'm going through, because I don't focus on competitors, I focus on everyday people.
Sure.
And I don't catch them all, but I catch them all.
Even still with everyday people, I might not recommend a fettuccine Alfredo as your go-to food going out. And I know that I would give them a different alternative. I would say go back to maybe if you wanted to do something a little higher in fat, go with a steak, because you're gonna get some protein, and protein is great. It helps you stay fuller longer. Yeah. Women, don't be afraid of protein.
Keeps you fuller longer.
And it's great for building lean muscle mass. You eat to look like this. So if you go in and eat weights or lift weights and you're eating with clean food diet, you're gonna be nice and svelte and healthy. You're not gonna become a bodybuilder. So everybody's goals are different. So I would say probably not do the fettuccine Alfredo, but go for a steak and baked potato, and you're still gonna be satisfied.
Yeah, one more thing. What's common amongst the general population is if they're trying to be healthy, they'll have oatmeal for breakfast, they'll have an apple for a snack, maybe a salad somewhere in there, maybe a granola bar or something like that throughout the day, and then they'll get home and have their sensible dinner. So no protein all day long until dinner time. They might take in peanut butter on an apple and they think that's protein. I consider peanut butter a fat, not a protein. Or they might take in nuts, which is another source of fat, not protein, but there's protein in nuts. But it's not going to be enough protein. They don't take in protein all day, but carbs are easy foods to take in. You can carry a banana with you and all that. And most people find it very, very hard to get that protein in. But you got to have a constant flow of protein all day long to keep that lean muscle tissue coming. So what do you do to help the general population out with getting more protein in, which is a struggle for a lot of people?
Sure. So egg whites are a great source of protein, and you can even use the yolk in the egg and get a little bit of fat. So I would say in the morning, along with your oatmeal, have some eggs. Along with the oatmeal.
And one hard-boiled egg's not going to cut it, right?
No, not
well,
one
I had a
hard-boiled
hard-boiled egg today. One's not going to cut it. You need like 4 or 5, right?
No, and it's all about education and nutrition. So as far as that goes, so I would educate the client as to how many grams of protein are in a egg, which is about 5 grams. So if you have some numbers you're sticking to, and you're doing 5 meals, like divide that total number by the 5 meals and focus on getting that amount of protein in each meal. So yes, adding egg whites and a full egg and like a hard-boiled egg with your oatmeal, and then when you're going into a snack, some Greek yogurt, which is going to give you some protein. I do think that if you're going to do some supplementation, a good supplement to find, it would be a protein powder that you believe in and that you love, and use that in have a nice morning shake or post-workout shake to get some protein in, and make sure that every meal, like your lunch, you have some protein. If you need to eyeball it, think like a fist-sized women, male, think like 2 fist size, and have that at every meal: breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner, and even an afternoon snack or evening snack, depending on what your meal plan calls for.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, protein's the key to making it happen. So, and for a lot of people, that's the most common problem to overcome, is getting enough protein in. They're eating healthy, they're coming to the gym 5 times a week, but the protein levels are way too low. Video's coming to an end. We could go for 2 hours if we wanted to. We got to train some chest and try. So I'm going to get a set real quick. My first set of the day. Get a little stretchy, get that blood flowing. What do you guys got left after this? What are you going up to next?
Everything.
Kaylin loves this machine.
Yes, I do.
He's on it like 3 times a week.
Yes, I am.
Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Well, if you're trying to build some mass, you gotta lift.
Gotta hit it.
Each body part.
Got to hit it to get it. Got to get it to fit it.